Take me home, cause I wanna feel like I belong. They relate to all this pain in my past, so they listen to my song. So let's go back to where it began and where it all started from. Take this chance, one last dance, cause I've been waiting way too long. Take my hand, I wanna show you something. Promise I've been dying to see ya. They say the grass ain't always greener. I guess what they're saying is true. In my dreams, that's where I seen her. Take my heart and take all of me, girl. Let me show you what I wanna do. I wanna spend the rest of my life with you. Are you listening, darling? Look where we started. Breaking in half, left us broken hearted. So where do we go from here? Are you listening, darling? Look where we started. Breaking in half, left us broken hearted. So where do we go from here? Where do we go from here? Yeah, where do we go from here? Are you listening, darling? Are you listening, darling? Are you listening, darling? Look where we started. Breaking in half, left us broken hearted. So where do we go from here?
Hello and welcome back everybody to another live stream. So of course it is Friday the 9th of August. We have come to the end of another week in terms of weekdays. Of course, we still have the weekend, but in terms of working days, we have come to the end of another week. Of course, today we will take a look at what is going on within Bitcoin. We will take a look at what I'm doing in the markets, what I'm looking for in the markets, and of course, the next trades that I'm looking to take in these markets as well. And of course, we are currently long on the price of Bitcoin. So of course, we are going to be talking about this. Okay. Where is this long trade? Where are we? Here we are. So we are currently long on the price of Bitcoin. Here is the trade that I am in. So of course, we will be talking about all of this. You can see I have taken profit on some of this trade as well already. So we will talk about all of that in today's video. So if that sounds interesting, please smash that thumbs up button up. Smash that thumbs up button. It really helps me out, helps the channel out, and I can continue to bring this content to you. And of course, if you are new to the channel as well, make sure that you do subscribe and turn that bell notification on so that you never miss another upload. So we will jump straight on into it and see what is going on. So as I'm sure you are all aware, okay, I'm sure you all keep up with the charts, and I'm sure that you are all aware that we have seen this huge move up within Bitcoin. Okay, after taking out the previous range low at around $53,200, we came all the way down to around just under $49,000. Okay, and we've seen this huge bullish recovery towards the upside, this huge move towards the upside. Okay, which of course here at BitTrading we have been taking full advantage of this move. Why? Because we have been long on the price of Bitcoin. So taking a look at the Visionary Discord and going back to, when was this? This was on the 5th of August, right? This was what I was telling the team. I'm taking a swing long from the failed auction. So this was the long trade setup given to the team in the Visionary Discord. As you can see here, entry price was around $54,600. As you can see, as time goes on, price has risen, okay, up to around $59,000. Okay. Updating the team as we go here. And then yesterday at 11 p.m. I told the team that I was taking a TP1. As you can see there, TP1. Why? Because we were coming into that value area low. As you can see there, I closed I closed about 40%, 45% of the trade, if I can remember correctly. I have closed a large proportion of that trade. Okay, I've locked in some really nice profits. What have I also done? Okay, well, I've moved that stop loss to entry, making it a completely risk-free trade. Why have I done that? Okay, well, to take as much risk out as possible and to ensure that I have cemented $2,000 in a profit. Of course, I do not want to turn this amazing winning trade into a losing trade. So yeah, what do? I move my stop loss to entry after taking a TP1. Okay, and then I'm updating the team here saying that, if we reclaim value area low, it means we can look towards a POC at 67,000. As long as we remain above value area low. Okay, and where we are right now is we are kind of like rejecting off of the value area low area. Okay, so not rejecting off it to the exact dollar. Okay, but we are stalling at this level. Okay, we are rejecting slightly off of this level, which is to be expected, right? It is to be expected. Why? Because it's a level of resistance, right? We have to understand it's a level of resistance, right? If we take a look at what happened one of the previous times we were testing it, okay, as you can see here, we broke below it, we back tested it as resistance, okay, we got a huge rejection for another move down to create that new low, of course, okay, so yeah, here we understand, okay, value area low is going to be resistance, and yeah, I've been talking through this with the team actually as well, that for me here, I wouldn't be too worried about seeing a pullback here for them price to continue rising. This is what we were walking through this morning in the daily market update with the team. I was saying that we could actually get a bit of a short trade up here, and we could actually you see a bigger pullback. Okay, we didn't get the short trade setup that I was looking for this morning. Basically, this morning what I was looking for was price to have another rise up here. Okay, to get this short entry up here, and then we start to pull back. We didn't get that rise, so there was no short trade for me. But it doesn't mean that price isn't going to pull back. Okay, it doesn't mean price isn't going to pull back, because we could pull back from where we are right now. And the reason why I do believe this is because, of course, first of all, we're coming into that resistance of the value area low, right? That's the first, bit of, the first sign of weakness that you can talk about. Okay, we're coming into that value area low. Okay, and we are stalling at that level, right? So that's the first. It's not a major sign of weakness, okay, but it's a slight sign of weakness. But then, what I'm interested in is coming over to the order flow, see what is happening here, and what I can actually see is that we have got bearish CVD coming in, and this is what we were looking at this morning as well. And initially, I was looking for a rise up before getting a short trade. Okay, we didn't get the rise up, so I didn't take the short trade. But initially, right, this bearish CVD is starting to play out. Okay, because we are seeing price pull back slightly. We are stuck below. Okay, today we have literally just been stuck below the VWAP. Okay, so we've been stuck below this monthly VWAP. Daily VWAP, sorry, and we've really struggled to get above this level. So this is what is continuing to push price down. And yeah, I mean, we could see price come down to about $57,000. This is kind of what we were looking for. I was kind of looking for it today. Okay, I was kind of looking for it to happen today, but okay, we didn't see that. Okay, that's fine. Not too fussed about that. Sorry, I'll just turn the switch on quick for the charger. Cool. Yeah, so not too fussed about that. Okay, I'm in a really nice position right now with this long trade. Okay, really nice position. I'm happy with how I'm positioned in the market. I'm happy with how long I am on the market. I'm happy that if price does see a huge dump from here, that I'm protected, right? If my stop loss is at entry, I've already taken a TP1, so without shadow of a doubt, I'm already going to profit off of this trade, no matter what happens. Okay, so yeah, this is always a position that I love to be in, right? When I'm in a position where I cannot lose any money, it's always a really nice position to be in. And, it's a difficult position to get yourself into, but once you're in that position, okay, it's really nice. Okay, it's really nice. You can kick your feet up, you can relax, you do not have to worry. Of course, again, I'm still a trader, right? So I am looking for more trades. Again, I was looking for that short trade today. We didn't quite get the short trade, but it doesn't mean, okay, there isn't another trade to be had, right? Because again, this morning that I was walking through the daily market update was a pullback to about $57,000. Okay, for then another move up, and I was looking for a long trade here. Now today I was kind of looking for So we rejected off of daily open perfectly there. Perfectly. But yeah, I was looking at previous day value area low. So that was coming in just below $57,000. We also had as well. Is this all the analysis from this morning? No, it isn't. I might have deleted it, to be honest with you. Let's bring up the. Okay, so we also had a naked point of control that we've left behind there as well. GP786. I was not looking at that. But yeah, I was looking at that $57,000 level for a possible long trade today. But yeah, that at this moment in time, I don't see a long trade from there yet. I don't see a long trade from there anymore because there were certain things that I was looking at which will expire at the end of today. So yeah, I wasn't looking for a long trade. I'm not looking for a long trade off of this anymore, really, because I don't think that I don't think for the remainder of the day we're going to see price continue to pull back to that level. We could, but yeah, I just don't see that happening really. So yeah, for me, it's okay. Yes, if we can get a pullback here, of course, it gives us an opportunity to possibly add into that long trade and maybe enter into a new long trade. But it's for me, it's like I don't really like that $57,000 level anymore. I mean, we've still got the naked point of control there. I just don't see much confluence there at the end of this day because, of course, we had previous day value area low there as well. Okay. So we did have, where are we here? So we did our previous day value area low. I like that level for a long trade today. But yeah, it just doesn't look likely that we're going to come down there now. We could, again, we could see a bit of a dump down there over the remainder of today. But then, of course, at midnight tonight or 1 o'clock here in the UK, it will invalidate this previous day value area low. So I can't use that as any confluence anymore. And it's just that naked point of control. But yeah, that naked point of control is just a bit lost there. There isn't really any confluence, and it was like the daily naked point of control, and I use this as an example with the team, right? That we can't be trading all of these naked point of controls. Yes, we understand that they're important levels, okay? But you have to understand which ones that you should be trading and which ones you should ignore. Because there was one, I can't remember the exact price of it, but there was one that we were coming up. Yeah, we were coming up into, and I was literally just telling the team I'm not interested in trading this naked point of control because there's just no confluence there, and it's kind of the same with this 57,125 now. It's like, okay, yes, we had a bit of confluence with it today, but I don't like the confluence anymore. At the end of this day, okay, it's kind of dead. So for me, this is just a bit of a lost naked point of control. So even if we did start to see a pullback here, I wouldn't be all that interested in it. My biggest level of interest would be coming down to the GP786. Again, if we were to see the pullback, we may not see the pullback. Yes, we do have bearish CVD, okay, local bearish CVD coming in. Does it mean that we have to come down to back down to like $54,000? No, of course not, right? But let's say we did, okay, because of course we have to be prepared for every single scenario. Let's say we did get this pullback down, okay. I do like this level for a possible long trade, the GP and the 786, because we've got a daily naked point of control there. We've got a monthly naked point of control there as well. And then, of course, the icing on the cake, the cherry on top, would be absorption. Of course, we can't really anticipate absorption yet. We can have a good understanding. It's a little bit difficult. We're a bit too far away from it at the moment. But yeah, initially, right, we could get absorption on that pullback there, which would, of course, give us that long trade setup, right? For me, though, okay, for me, it's like, okay, yes, we do have this bearish CVD, but again, I'm not seeing, like I was telling the team this morning, like I was telling you guys here yesterday, like I was telling the team yesterday as well. I just don't see any major signs of weakness here. So, I wouldn't be all that surprised if we saw a continuation higher. I really wouldn't be all that surprised if we were to see continuation higher. Mo, good to see you back. Sorry, I've just pulled the chat up. Hello, Mo. I'm doing well, thank you. I hope you are doing well as well. Mo is short. You are short, my friend. Would close your trade and get on a short. Yeah, I mean, let me know why you're short. I'll be intrigued to know why you've entered into the short trade. But yeah, for me, I don't really see any major signs of weakness yet. So I'm not really all that interested in entering into a short trade. I mean, of course, yeah. I am going to be looking for a short trade, but I wouldn't look for a short trade until a little bit higher personally. It's kind of, I'm still targeting like $67,000 for a short trade. That's where I'd rather look for the short. I just don't see any major signs of weakness here. Of course, like if you're thinking of this as like an intraday short trade, then of course there was probably a perfect intraday short trade somewhere up here. Okay. But for me at this moment in time, it's like I'm looking for the bigger swing trades, and I'm just not interested in a short trade. Yeah, so I'll be interested to know why you've entered into the short trade. So let me know what levels you've entered into at, and the reasoning behind it. I'll be interested to know that, Mo. So let me know in the chats. But I mean, we do. In your case, right? Okay, to build your case here, we do have bearish CVD. Okay, we do have bearish CVD coming in, and today as well, we do have like a PDV setup as well, where we've got daily open above previous day value area high, and then we've got of course the target of $56,900 approximately, but that's only if we get acceptance into that previous day value area high, which as of now we haven't got acceptance into it, so I can't target that. I can't target that $56,900 because we haven't been accepted into the previous day value area high. But we do have bearish CVD, so there's a possibility, yes. And of course, this will be beneficial for your short, of course. But yeah, again, I'm not interested in shorting here. It's not a level of interest of mine. But of course, everybody has their own plan. For me, it's just to remain long and to look for higher prices here, really, because again, I don't see any major signs of weakness. But yeah, I'll be interested, Mo, if you're still here, to know what level you've shorted, and again what the setup was. Here we go, perfect. $62,100. So $62,100. So yeah, that's a really nice level to be short from. To be honest with you, that's a really nice level to be short from. Yeah, almost the high. Yeah, pretty much the high, right? So that's a really nice level to be short from. I don't see any bullish signs at all in this pump. News of dollar and yen are not good. On interest rates, yeah, of course. I see a good dump now, and a bullish reversal at 54K. To be honest with you, it's not I don't think that's a stupid plan whatsoever. I think that's a pretty good plan that you've got there. That's exactly what I was talking about this morning with the team. Like over the course of today, I was actually kind of looking for a pullback. Initially I was looking for a little bit of a rise and then a pullback, and we didn't get that, so I didn't take the short trade. But I mean, again, we have that bearish CVD. We've got absorption up here, so yes, there is that argument that we can pull back here. And of course, 54,000, like you said, that's where we could possibly see a really nice bullish reversal off of that level, because there's support there. All we need is the absorption. Okay, we've got the support, we just need the absorption at the level. And yeah, I'd be happy to take a long from down there. So congrats on that entry, because you pretty much shorted the high up there. So that's a really, really nice entry on that. Again, for me, I don't see, and the strategy that I use, okay, of course, everyone has their own plan, and I believe everyone should trade their own plan. And my plan is not to short here. Of course, I had a possible short, but I didn't see the signs that I usually look for when entering into a short trade. So I simply didn't take the short trade. It's not really anything that bothers me, really, because I know that I've made some good profit on this rise up. If we do get a pullback here, okay, fine, right, I missed this pullback. It wasn't my time, right? It wasn't my time to short. Why? Because the setups that I look for when I short, okay, were not showing to me up here. Okay, the setups that you take, okay, up here, right, have probably been shown, right? Because of course, Mo, as you've done there, you've taken the short, right? Everybody has their own plan. So for me, okay, if we pull back here, I can say, yeah, fine. Okay, I didn't get a setup that I like to trade up here, but I understand that there is a setup possibly here that I like to trade. So I can take another long trade from here and look for a rise up, okay? Because of course, yeah, if we do come down to $54,000, I will get stopped out of this long trade at entry. So again, I've moved my stop loss to entry. $2,000 has already been realized from the trade. Okay, and I moved my stop loss to entry. So yeah, there's no way that I can lose money on this trade, and there's no way that I can profit anything. Well, at this moment in time, I can't make any more profit than $2,000, because of course I've only taken $2,000 profit, right? And I cannot lose that $2,000, okay? Because again, my stop loss is at entry, right? So if we do see this pullback back down to $54,000, I will get stopped out, but okay, it could just give us another opportunity to enter into a new long trade. Of course, if we see everything that I want to see down here, okay, I will of course take the long trade, right? I know that we have support down there, which I like. Okay, I know the support down there is strong. All we need to see is the big players down there, and that's and how we find those big players is by looking for absorption, right? If we have absorption, we know there are big players down there, institutions, big traders, okay, whoever it may be. All we need to know is that there are big players down there, okay, once we see that absorption. And that gives us a perfect entry to look for another rise up. Because like I said, I would look for, personally, $67,000 at POC. That's kind of where I want to look for price to come to. And then that's more my preferred level to short. I prefer to short this level up here. Of course, we may not make it up there. Maybe we get a short trade from a little bit lower. But where we are right now, that is a level of mine that I just prefer to short. I'd rather see the short trade from there. Of course, we've got a few naked point of controls up here where we could also get the short trade from. So I'm not completely ruling those out at all. Okay, so let's say we get it from the weekly naked point of control. We could get a short trade from the weekly naked point of control. Okay, I'm not ruling these out. But yeah, I prefer to see this POC being tapped, to be honest with you, for the short trade up there. And yeah, just for anybody who doesn't really understand why I'm talking about a short trade here and why I am kind of looking for a short trade if we do see a continuation higher. It's simple market structure, right? Stripping back all the advanced analysis, okay, and just going back to the basics. What are the basics? All right, the basics are market structure. What is market structure? Okay, what is the context? Well, the context is bearish. Okay, so being in a short trade is really not a bad idea at this moment in time. Okay, it's really not a bad idea. I'm not in a short trade because I haven't had a short trade setup yet. Okay, I haven't. Well, of course, I was short from up here. I was short from up here. Okay, but I've completely closed those short trades now, right? So now I'm looking for a new short trade. Why am I looking for a new short trade? Because we're in this bearish market structure. Okay, and as long as we remain in this bearish market structure, we can continue to look for continuous lower highs, okay, and continuous lower lows, right? Remember, okay, remember what I was saying all of last week, okay, and all of the week before, and the week before that probably as well, right? We can anticipate, okay, a rise if we get some sign of weakness up here, which we did. Okay, we got the short trade from up there. I gave the short trade to the team in the visionary, on the visionary daily market updates. Okay, we had the short trade from up there, and you can see for yourself actually. Well, first of all, there was the short trade that we had on the daily market update from the 29th, okay, of last month, and then you can actually see that some of the team did take it as well. So we had where are we? So we had here FR Trader took the short trade from $69,800. Really, really nice entry from himself there. So we were looking at that. And ever since then, okay, we did get this big pullback. This is what I was talking about last week, right? If we're going to form a lower high here, okay, it's looking likely, okay, that we could come and break this bullish structure. If we then break the bullish structure, then what am I targeting and what am I very confident on? Okay, I'm very confident on price coming down and forming a new low. Okay, that's what I've been saying for the past 2-3 weeks, right? And I'm saying the same thing here where, okay, yes, if we come up, we get a short trade, I will take the short trade. If we break the bullish structure that we are in, right, I'm quite confident on price coming down and forming a new low. Right? Why? Okay. Well, because it's been proven to work 3 times already. Okay. If you do the statistics on this as well and you go back further, it just works, right? It's basic, simple, it's a basic understanding of the market, right? Okay, and we've been looking at this, right? We've literally been looking at this, right? We had the bullish structure here. The bullish structure broke. We then had bearish structure. Okay, we came down and formed a new low. Same thing here, bullish structure. Bullish structure broke. We had bearish structure, came down, formed a new low. Bullish structure here. Okay, bullish structure broke. We came down to form a new low because of course, the bearish structure. So, right, we're looking at this as a trend. These are the types of patterns that I like to look for. Okay, I don't like to look for triangle patterns. Okay, or of course, I acknowledge triangle patterns like I've talked about many times. Okay, I don't trade like triangles and head and shoulders patterns. Right, these types of patterns I'm not interested in. These are the patterns that I'm interested in. Okay, am I trading these patterns specifically? No. Okay, right, I'm using other analysis, other bits of analysis to help me enter into those trades. Okay, but the patterns that I'm seeing here, okay, giving me a good understanding of where price could be heading, right? But it doesn't give me an entry. Okay, it doesn't give me an entry. It's like Elliott Wave, right? Elliott Wave doesn't, okay, like a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 count and an ABC. It doesn't really give you an entry. Okay, it just gives you an understanding of what price could be doing. Okay, and then of course you have to use other bits of analysis to get that entry, of course. Okay, so here, I'm looking at this pattern, okay, and I understand, okay, we're continuously taking or double top, right? Let's just call it a double top, right? Okay, but we're failed auctioning a previous pivot point, okay, or swing failure patterning a previous pivot point. But what we're actually doing, okay, in simple terms, is a double top, right? You've got a double top here, you've got a double top here, you've got a double top here. Okay, so what we have repeatedly done is double topped, pull back for a new low, double topped, pull back for a new low, double topped, pull back for a new low. So if we're going to do the same thing here, I'm going to do the exact same thing because it's working, right? It's 3 for 3 at this moment in time, right? Is it going to go 4 for 4? I don't know, okay? But I know, right, the probabilities and the statistics are saying that, yes, okay, this is probably going to go, probably going to play out again, okay? But what you have to understand as well, that I have traded this one here, I've traded this one here. I wanted to trade that one there, but unfortunately I missed it, okay? But, I've shorted 2 of these highs already. So even if, right, so let's say I did take a loss here, it's fine, okay? Because I know that, I've profited off of this one and this one. My risk management is in check, okay? So I know that this is going to be a very minor loss if I do take a loss there in comparison to the big wins that we saw here. And of course, I've shorted I longed every single low here. I long this low, I've long this low, I've long this one. Okay, so I've made some really, really nice profits in this range. Okay, and I understand. Okay, I'm gonna come into a loss at some point. Okay, within this, these swing trades that I'm taking. Okay, I'm gonna come into a loss at some point with this, right? Because of course, the structure is gonna break at some point. The range is gonna break at some point. Okay, so I do understand that, right? But I'm gonna continue to trade it until it breaks, right? I'm gonna continue to trade it until it breaks. So that is why, okay, I am looking for a short on this rise up, okay, because I'm looking for this trend to continue. I can see another comment has come in, so let me just pull up the chat again. Damien, good to see you back, my friend. Good to see you. On one way or other, this range is going to explore to the upside or downside of that descending parallel channel. Retail will long the breakout of the channel and then trap them. Yeah, exactly. So yeah, this was sorry. Yeah, I remember you were looking at this as well, Damien. Yes, exactly this you were talking about. Let's have a look. So, yeah, Damien was talking about this, and I really like this as well. I really like this, and this is exactly what I'm looking for as well. Okay, and this is kind of what I've been saying. With okay, if we break the bullish structure, yes, we can look for all-time high, but then what are we looking at all-time high? We're looking for a short at all-time high. Okay. So yeah, in this case, Dame looking for we're not looking at, it doesn't have to come to all-time high. Okay, remember what's happened previously, right? With this high here, everybody was longing here. There was like 79 million new long trades coming in because everybody was anticipating all-time high. Okay, everybody was FOMOing into the long, and they got completely wrecked on that trade, and that's where we shorted and of course took advantage of all of that, right? But yeah, this is exactly what Damien has put into the Visionary Discord, and of course, a rise towards the upside. And in this instance, right, what he was looking for, okay, is for price to come out and actually break the bearish structure that we are in. Okay, so we come up and take out this previous high here, okay, breaking that bullish this bearish structure. Okay, and what he's saying, okay, is that on this break up, what are we going to see? Okay, because of course, what's he drawn here? He's drawn like a descending what you call them? I don't even look. Descending broadening wedge. That's what I haven't looked at these in ages, right? But descending broadening wedge. I feel like that's what it's called. But yeah, this is a pattern that retail traders look at. Okay, what are they going to do? Okay, well, they're probably going to long the breakout, right? They're probably going to long the breakout. And if we, what we can do is we can come over to order flow and we can visibly see what traders are doing, okay? Because we have all of this information at our fingertips, right? So on that breakout, right, we can look for this, right? We can look for those new long trades coming in. And then what can we look for, right? Well, we can look for price starting to pull back, telling us that there's a big player up here absorbing all of those new longs that are coming in. If that happens, okay, we're probably going to force a lot of those long trades to cover, okay, because they get fearful. Of course, they're retail traders, so they're very, very emotional, and they can get fearful very, very quickly. So they cover, they sell into the market, okay, and of course that pushes the price lower. And then it's that domino effect that I talk about all of the time. They push price into other emotional retail traders who then get fearful and cover. They do the same, and it's just that domino effect of retail traders just covering and selling, which of course causes that big pullback. Okay, and that's exactly what that's exactly what happened on this rise up. This pullback here. That's kind of what happened on this. Exactly what happened on this pullback here. How do we know this? Well, if we take a look at Exo charts, we can see that on this pullback here, open interest was decreasing over time, okay, telling us that money was flowing out of the markets. Okay, we can also see CVD is ticking down, so we know that negative delta is building up over time. We can. Sorry, my dog is whining at me. And on the move towards the upside here, okay, we can see that over time, open interest was increasing, okay, and we can also see that CVD was ticking up over time as well, so we can see that positive delta is building up, right? So we know that this rise up is good, okay, we're seeing lots of new long trades coming in, but then this pullback here was weak. Why is the pullback weak? Okay, and we see this a lot of the time. When there's a good rise, we have a rubbish pullback, okay, or a good pullback, we have a rubbish rise, okay. And why do we see this? Okay, well, we see this because all all of the long trades that longed up here, okay, are being forced out of their position on this move down, okay? So when they're being forced out of their position on the move down, okay, they are, of course, selling into the market, which is pushing the price lower. They are leaving the market, okay, so, of course, that is signified by the open interest decreasing, okay? So this is like kind of what we want to see, okay? And we're starting to see it now, where we're seeing CVD ticking up, so positive deltas building over time. We're seeing open interest increase. This is what we want to see, right, for a good move up, okay? But then what we have to remain aware of is exactly what Damien has said, right, that if we come up here, okay, we take out the high, we continue to see long trades opening up, which I wouldn't be surprised by, because of course we're very close to all-time high. We know what retail traders are like, okay? We know they're a little bit stupid, okay? Because, you know, they long FOMO, okay? They long, they long all-time high, okay? They do these silly things, right? Which of course then you have the big players up here who, you know, of course you can't visibly see them, but we can kind of like smell them. We can, kind of predict that they are there by using order flow. Okay. We can, you can kind of visibly see them here. Okay. You can't visibly see their orders or anything like that, but you can have a good understanding. Okay. There's a big player here absorbing. Okay. And if of course we have all of those retail traders longing on the rise up, and then an absurd amount of long trades opening up on the breakout, right? An absurd amount on the breakout, which tends to happen quite a lot of the time. And then we see price pull back. What Damien said, okay, we have lots of trap long trades at the high, and of course they have to do exactly what I just walked through, right? Where, okay, as price starts to pull back, they have to cover, meaning that they have to sell into the market, okay? So, this is a very, very important thing that we have to remain aware of as well. Yes, we're in bearish structure right now, and if we break the bearish structure, it's kind of considered bullish, okay? But right, we understand how the market works, right? And we understand how retail traders work as well. And we know that they, are probably going to long the breakout. They're probably going to continue to long, enter into FOMO longs, which, of course, what does that turn into? Well, that turns into a big, horrible move towards the downside. But of course, right, we're anticipating this, we're understanding this, we're prepared for this, okay? We're looking for this. So we know this is going to happen, okay? Of course, we know it's going to happen if we see certain things. And of course, we want to see that setup as well at the top. But yeah, we are prepared for this. We know what we're looking for, right? So when we see it, okay, we take action on it, and we, of course, take that short trade if we need to, right? Descending, broadening wedge. Crypto traders love breakouts and patterns, and market makers make a shed loads of money, should drive liquidity trap. Yeah, exactly. And, it's how we want to trade, right? We want to trade like the institutions. We want to trade like the market makers. We want to trade like the big players, because these are the people that make the most money in the markets, right? They are not looking at patterns and looking at breakouts of triangles. Okay, do you honestly think that at the top of BlackRock, at the top of Barclays Bank, at the top of all these big institutions, right? Do you really think they're looking at triangle patterns and head and shoulders patterns? They're not. Okay, to be honest with you, I've never traded in a hedge fund. I've never been a part of a big fund, so I can't personally tell you how they're trading, okay? But I can pretty much guarantee you that they're not looking at triangle patterns and head and shoulders patterns. Maybe they're aware of them, okay? Like we are aware of them, right? We know, okay? Again, I like to go back to the example, because I haven't actually looked at a triangle pattern, to be honest, in a while. And the last triangle pattern I did look at, okay, was of course first of all to counter trade it, but this was the last triangle pattern that, of course, if you watch this channel a lot, you will know that, I've shown this quite a lot as well. But yeah, on this breakout here, we had like 79 million new long trades coming in. Price started to pull back. We formed the failed auction. We then formed the fake out. Okay, so the short trade is there. Okay, and then you can see price pulls back further. Okay, we had a lot of long trades opening up there. They had to cover, and the long trades that longed up here were the ones that caused this big pullback. Okay, of course, yes, the institutions up there absorbing the price, but they're not really manipulating. I wouldn't say, you can say that they're like manipulating the market and all of that. I understand that there's probably a level of a certain aspect of that, yes, but yeah, these big institutions, they are allowed to trade in these markets, right? They have free reign of what they want to do in these markets. Okay, if they want to put a big sell order up here, they can put a big sell order up there. Okay, it's yeah, perfectly legal. They can do it. Okay, so why wouldn't they? Okay, so yeah, it's mainly the retail traders that destroy themselves, and then they always blame it on the institutions. But it's like the institutions know what they're doing. Okay, so why don't you try and trade like those? Why don't you look at the analysis that they're kind of looking at, right? And they're looking at analysis like this, right? I can almost guarantee you. I don't know for 100%, but I can almost guarantee you that. Big institutions, big players, they're all looking at order flow. I can pretty much guarantee that. Don't take my word for it because I don't know. Obviously I don't know. I've never traded in a hedge fund, okay, but I'm pretty damn sure that they do use some sort of order flow, because this is the most advanced software in trading. It is the most advanced software in trading, and it gives you all of the indications of what retail traders are doing at this moment in time. So yeah, very, very important thing. So yeah, thank you very much for that input, Damien. Shorts should get stopped out as well. Yeah, shorts will get stopped out, of course. If we come up, well, yeah, I mean, there isn't a huge amount. Shorts will get stopped out. Yeah, I'm not too interested in. I'm not too interested in worrying about that because there isn't a lot of shorts. Yes, of course they're going to get stopped out, but there just isn't a lot of short trades. I mean, at the top, okay, yes, we can argue. Ooh, let's go down. I just remembered there were a fair few. Okay, right. So yeah, 45 million shorts at the high here. And then a little bit down, 19 million there, 19 million there. So yeah, there is a fair few shorts. Okay, so yes, of course they're going to get stopped out on the way up. But yeah, 100%. Yeah. So yeah, that's going to, of course, they're going to be forced to cover that. That will push price higher. And then yeah, I was just thinking as well. Yeah, you probably mean at the highs as well, don't you? You probably mean at this high here, and maybe even these highs here as well. So yeah, of course. Yeah, there are a lot of a fair few shorts up there to be fair with you. So yeah, thanks for bringing that up as well. So yeah, there are a fair few shorts up there as well. They're going to get stopped out. So yeah, that's another thing to be aware of as well. But yeah, I mean, personally, I'd rather see, and it's difficult to say, right? But personally, I'd like to see a lot of long trades open up. Let's say we did take out 70K again. I'd prefer to see lots and lots of long trades opening up for them to then have to cover, and that be the cause of price pulling back, because we don't have an absurd amount of short trades up here. Unlike, we had an absurd amount of long trades here. Okay, we don't really have any short trades opening up here. Yes, we do have short trades, but there's not a huge amount of them, like there was a huge amount of long trades on this move up. And that's kind of like why I entered into this trade here, because we saw a huge amount of long trades get completely wiped out. Okay, but okay, there's a bit of a different scenario here. Okay, where we had a huge amount of short trades at the low. I do prefer to see that, but if we don't see that, it doesn't mean I don't enter into a trade. It means, okay, I need to look for something else. And again, in this instance here, I entered into the long trade off of the failed auction, but also because I understood that the whole market had just been completely obliterated, right? The whole market had just been wiped out. All of the traders had just been wiped out. And when you see the majority of the market get completely obliterated, right, it is an absolutely amazing time to get in. An absolutely amazing time to get in. Whether it be towards the upside or towards the downside, it doesn't matter. Okay, but it is an amazing time to get in, right? So if you see a huge amount of short trades getting wrecked, right, and let's say there's no long trades coming in at the high, and you see a huge amount of short trades getting wrecked, Okay, that is a very good opportunity. Okay, of course you need to find the setup, right? You need the confluence. Okay, but that's a very, very good opportunity to get into a short trade. Okay, and vice versa. Right, on this move up. We had an absurd amount of long trades opening up. On this move down, we had we had all of the long trades getting wrecked. Okay, that was a perfect time to enter into the long trade, right? So yeah, those highs, yeah. So yeah, there are a fair few at this high here, and up here, yeah, I'm sure there's a lot of short trades from back there as well. Does Exo charts show us that far? Not quite, but I can already see 46 million shorts there. 20 million there, 27 million there. So yeah, I'm pretty sure there's going to be a lot of shorts at that high. So yeah. But yeah, I'm only interested on shorting when breakout traders should come back. Yeah, I mean that's my preferred way of looking at it. But okay, if we see a huge amount of traders getting wrecked, okay, that's again just a perfect opportunity to get in. Right above at that 70k, they will be thinking resistance and have been testing 4 or 5 times. We're going to all-time high. Before they know it, it's the end. Yeah, that's a perfect analogy. You couldn't have put that any more perfectly. That's a perfect analogy. And again, it's just going back to like previous trades that I've taken as well. Like here, again, the mindset that I had was, okay, everybody's expecting all-time high here. That's why we're getting the longs in. Everybody's expecting it. So when everybody's expecting something, we probably aren't going to see it. So yeah, that's just what we have to anticipate. It's like, yeah, my dog's getting a bit fed up, but yeah, it's like I remember the bear market. So the bear market we've just had, everybody was calling for sub 10k. Like I was seeing it everywhere, sub 10k, and it's like we didn't see it because everybody was expecting it. Everybody was asking for 10k, but we didn't get it. Okay, because everybody was asking for it. So yeah, that again, when you see the majority of the market think the same thing, or the majority of the market are doing the same thing, right? They're either wrong, okay, or it's not going to happen. Okay, so if everyone's thinking the same thing, it's not going to happen. If everyone's doing the same thing, they're going to get wrecked. Okay, they're doing the wrong thing, right? That's what I've learned over the years that I've been trading. Because I've tried to follow what the majority of people are doing, right? I've tried to do that, and it just hasn't worked, right? When everybody is extremely, extremely bullish, okay, that's now when I think, okay, right, this is something that we have to be a little bit worried about here. But when everyone's extremely bearish and everyone's extremely looking for much, much lower prices, that's when I'm thinking, okay, maybe this is actually a good idea to get in, okay? Whereas previously, I would have been looking at it as, everybody's so bullish, I'm going to long, I'm going to get into a trade, I'm going to be looking for 100k, or everybody's bearish, so I'm not going to buy, okay? And then what happens? Price has a huge pump, I miss the buying opportunity. So, if you look at it the opposite way, it will work out. Which dog do you have? I have 5, but one got bitten by a snake last week, and sadly he couldn't survive. I'm sorry to hear that. Yeah, that's horrible. I'm sorry to hear that. I have a Doberman. I have a almost 3-year-old Doberman. He's brown and tan. And yeah, he's the sweetest dog ever. But he just wants my attention all of the time, like constantly, just wants my attention. If I'm not touching him, if I'm not playing with him, if I'm not out on not going to say the word, WALK with him, yeah, he's just whining for my attention. So yeah, perfect dog. He is a perfect dog, but yeah, he does whinge quite a lot. But yeah, I'm sorry to hear about that. That's horrible. Where do you live? If yeah, snake bitten by a snake, you must. Yeah, you must live in a place that has venomous snakes, and yeah, we don't have to worry about that here in the UK. I mean, we've got grass snakes, but you know what are they going to do? Market makers know it. Your average Joe should log in and long. The breakout should be a lot of interest at that level. Yeah, exactly. Um, log in and long the breakout. Exactly. That's what they're going to do. Log in, log in and long the breakout. That's what I would do if I was market maker. Go above 70k and trap them. Yeah. And I mean, that's probably what we're going to see, to be honest with you, because even if we do see a huge pump up to 70k, like you can't ask price or think price is going to continue to go higher, because price has already had a huge pump. So you have to think of it logically. Okay, we've had a huge pump, right? A correction is here. So yeah, it's really not a bad idea. Like I really like that idea of exactly what you put in the Discord, Damien. Like it's what is everybody going to be at now? Okay, and I know I'm looking at this, right, and this is kind of what all of my trades are based off of, right? We're in this bearish structure, okay. And to be honest with you, I haven't heard a lot of people talk about it, right? I'm scrolling on Twitter and I actually haven't heard a lot of people talk about it. Okay. And the reason why a lot of people aren't talking about it is because they're talking about it in a different context. They're talking about it in a bull flag. Okay. And again, this is just another version of what Damien's put here. Just another version. Okay. Instead of looking at this as a descending, broadening wedge pattern that these average Joes look at, what else are they also looking at it as? Okay, well, they're looking at it as this bull flag here. Okay, they're looking at it as this bull flag. Okay, we get the break of the bull flag. Everybody's going to long a bull flag like this. Everybody's going to long a bull flag like this. It's just what they do, right? And yeah, Damien's just put it perfect there, right? We're probably gonna trap them, right? It's not certain it will happen, but the probabilities of it happening are very high. Why? Because of statistics. Just look at it. Just go back and do the statistics. Like it happens a lot of the time. And then this is where I have to use order flow. Like I cannot enter into a trade without looking at order flow. So then I have to come and look at order flow and look for those longs, okay? Because of course you can anticipate them. Like now, Damien and I are anticipating them, okay? But it doesn't mean it's going to happen, right? It doesn't mean it's going to happen. But yeah, we know the probabilities of it happening are pretty high, okay? But just to be safe, right? What we can do is we can come over to order flow and we can visibly see them there, right? And this means like visibly see them, like we can actually see them coming in, which is I think is just amazing. So okay, you in India, India is a place that I've always wanted to visit ever since ever since when I was younger. I used to watch a lot of Top Gear, and they did an episode in India. And ever since I watched that, I always wanted to just visit India. There's loads of places I've wanted to visit, and I've visited quite a lot of places, but I haven't checked everything off the list yet. And I can tell you that India at one stage of my life will be something that I will check off the list. So I mean, we're getting a rise up now. Okay, we're getting a rise back up. So we're just flirting with this value area low where we're at now. We're just flirting with it. So yeah, I mean, I wouldn't call this a reclaim of the level as of yet. So yeah, I mean, if we can reclaim, look where we've rejected from. Actually, we've rejected from the bull flag, the descending parallel channel, whatever you like to call it. Okay, we've rejected off of that mid-range perfectly there. But yeah, to be honest, I don't see any major signs of weakness. So again, I'd kind of be looking for higher prices here. I just don't see any major signs of weakness yet. So I'm not really too interested in shorting here, or yeah, just looking for a short here. I'd look for a short a little bit higher though, but yeah, just not here really. So yeah, if we can reclaim this value area low, I'd be happy to say, okay, 67,000. If we get above that, it's simple like level to level trading, right? We get above that, okay, right, we can look for 67. We get above that, okay, we can look for value area high. If we get above that, okay, yes, we can look for all-time high, but then we have to remember, okay, could we get a failed auction, okay, of the level, and then see the bigger pullback, right? That's what we have to be aware of. So yeah, I think that's everything for me, to be honest with you. And we're coming up to about an hour, and my dog is getting a little bit agitated. So I think I will leave that there. I'm going to go and take him out on another WALK. I'm not going to say the word because he'll get really excited. But yeah, I'm going to go and do that. So yeah, I hope you guys have enjoyed this live stream. Of course, it is the last live stream of the week. Of course, I will be back for the normal live streams on Monday. But yeah, of course, for any Visionary members, I will see you in the Discord. I will see you on the Sunday, of course, in the week 32 preparation now, week 31, week 32 preparation, whatever it is, preparing for next week, of course. But yeah, that is everything I've got for you. I hope you've enjoyed. If you have, please smash that thumbs up button. Helps me out, helps the channel out, and I can continue to bring this content to you. And yeah, of course, if you are new, subscribe, turn the bell notification on, and yeah, I will see you in the next live stream. So yeah, it was good to see you, familiar faces back. Mo, it was good to see you back, my friend. Damien, always good to see you here. I know I'm getting this wrong. Anchor. I just feel like I'm getting that name wrong. Yeah, so it's really good to see you back here as well, my friend. I've seen you here a few times, and yeah, I'm sorry to hear about your dog. It's yeah, horrible thing to happen. But yeah, I hope you are all okay. And yeah, I will see you guys in the next live stream. So yeah, take care of yourselves. Have a lovely weekend, and yeah, I will see you soon. Take care. Goodbye.
Take me home, cause I wanna feel like I belong. They relate to all this pain in my past, so they listen to my song. So let's go back to where it began and where it all started from. Take this chance, one last dance, cause I've been waiting way too long. Take my hand, I wanna show you something. Promise I've been dying to see ya. They say the grass ain't always greener. I guess what they're saying is